I was talking to a commercial agent today, and it was an interesting conversation that I thought I would bring up to all of you watching, because despite the fact that, many of us have been in the business for a long time, we always hear things in a moment that really can make us think about something differently. And it's not even that it made me think about something differently, it just made me think about it again. And I thought it would be great for a lot of you to hear this time of year. So I was talking to this gentleman about his career in real estate, which has now been about 20 years. He started right out of college, which I did too. So it's always interesting to hear people who did that and who have stayed in the business for many years like I have. And he said, in the commercial real estate side, which of course I know this, and some of you in commercial will resonate with this comment, it is very different than residential, because there's not a lot of brokerages or companies that provide much training to new agents. Oftentimes it's agents who already have experience on the residential side, working with investors, etc., that migrate and kind of become interested in commercial, and they use that experience to kind of build upon. And so it's not as common to start your career on the commercial side. So being just fresh out of college, going into commercial without any other experience, he probably didn't have a lot of the odds for him. I'm sure most were against him, at least from others' perspectives. And he said, there were a number of people that had gotten into the business at the same time he did. And he said, it probably was a little bit of timing and luck, but, many of them ran out of money before they made enough and they had to go get another job, and they didn't make it in the career. And yet, that didn't happen to him. He was able to get his first couple of transactions, which led to a positive spiral effect. And 20 years later, here he is, in his, 30s, super successful in commercial real estate. And, it is not luck, because when I started to ask him, I wanted to remind him it isn't luck. I asked him, well, tell me what you did. What he did is he lived in the basement of his friend's parents' house to save money, woke up at 6 a.m. and spent from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day in the office making calls. It wasn't luck. It's exactly what he needed to do, and he did it. That's all you need to do, is show up and be present and do it over and over again, and do what other people aren't willing to, and you'll make it too.